Good evening, wrestling fans. Coming right around the corner, September 1st. Isaac couldn't stop us. You couldn't even stop us. It's, you know what, it's here. What, 2 or 3 more days away?
Just a few short days, Bobby. And each and every show we have in Loxley, the crowds are getting bigger. A lot more people showing up, a lot of new faces, not only as fans, but also in ring. It's going to be very interesting to see some of these tag team combinations, what they're going to do with a loss, how they're going to overcome a loss in a double elimination tournament.
True. But you know what the absolute bottom line end result is, don't you? That belt's going to be around my smooth ballet. See, right there. I mean, it's just going to be, look, why even have the tag team tournament?
You know, Bobby,
uh-oh, here we go.
I got to admit one thing.
You know, man, I want to
you are so full of crap.
Oh, here we go.
When you open your mouth and speak, I honestly don't know whether to offer you a breath mint or toilet paper.
See,
I really don't.
Yeah, here we go. See, you know what? Ratings just dropped because you're cutting me up. People tune in to see me. You know that. You know what? That's why you're here. I actually make you look good. My smooth ballet. Okay, there
Ladies
we go.
and gentlemen, first of all, let me apologize on behalf of Planet Wrestling
Here we go.
for Barbie Doll's behavior this evening.
Here we go with the Barbie stuff. Anyway, September 1st,
Loxley.
Saturday night, Loxley, Alabama. Here, you know what? You go ahead, man. You want to talk?
Loxley, Alabama. Bell time 7 o'clock. Get there early. A lot of surprises coming on. A lot of things that we're not at liberty to talk about, but a couple of things we do want to talk about real quick if we can. Why did you send somebody in the ring to burn Eddie Pittman?
You know what? The last time I was here, you know what? All of us already talked about that. I had nothing to do with it. As a matter of fact, I have got a crackpot. I mean, I've got 3 of the best guys that I know of looking into this right now, and I think we're this close to finding out who did it.
Nod?
Oh, please. We are this close to finding out who did it. This close. Now, you know, there was some other questions, but that I wanted to ask. I didn't see you around when that happened.
I was there. I was over at the timekeeper's table.
But you know what? Do you have an alibi?
I sure do.
You know, do you have somebody that can actually verify where you were?
I've got about 500 fans who saw me.
Because see, I do not condone what happened to him. That is a travesty, and I don't condone it.
An act of cowardice.
It was horrible what happened.
Whoever's behind it should be banned from wrestling.
I don't like what happened. I don't like it at all. So, you know, I'm going to find out who did it.
But we're already looking into it.
If that glove don't fit, you must acquit.
Well, we'll just see who carries a lighter around, won't we?
You know what? I don't smoke. I'm smoking hot, but I don't smoke.
Well, you're smoking something.
No, I'm smoking, baby. Okay, now, come on. The tag team tournament. People are calling up every day. People wanting to get into it. You know, we actually still might have a couple new teams in there.
Well, there's a couple of teams that have contacted us that, yes, they want in. There were exactly 3 slots left open. Of those 3 slots that were left open, one of them has been filled. So it's full. We should be down after the 1st. We will be down to knowing the teams with no losses or 1 loss only who are still in this tournament and eligible to compete the following show.
But I can guarantee you one thing. Actually, Wade Garrett and I will be the first Planet Wrestling Tag Team Champions. You know it. You know it.
Well,
you can see the writing on the wall.
The writing on the wall I see, Mr. Doll.
Oh no, here we go.
Is simply you don't know what's going to happen inside the squared circle.
Well, no, you know
you're a ring veteran.
That's true.
You must admit someone can go in there, just one move being countered.
Very true.
Boom, you're pinned. 1, 2, 3. You have that first loss, or is it your second loss? You're out of the tournament. Just that 3 seconds. It's a game of human chess at its best.
Oh, absolutely. You know what? I absolutely do agree with you, and you're a very insightful man, because that stuff, you know, it does happen. But you know what? You said one thing that is so very important that all of these fans must. I mean, you know what? All of the fans do know is that I am a ring veteran, and so is Wade Garrett. And you know what? You get us together. Oh my God! It is havoc. It's mayhem. It's unbelievable.
Well,
Stupendous.
I will take nothing away from
Awesome.
Mr. Garrett.
Excellence at its
I'll
best.
take nothing away from you. But let's keep in mind there are other tag teams out there vying.
Listen. Only the best of the best come to Planet. That's it. So then if you do win the Planet belt, you have accomplished something.
You've accomplished a lot, actually.
Absolutely.
We have got ring veterans teaming with people who are just 1 or 2 years in this business. We have got people with 2 or 3 years in this business who have formed a tag team going out there, and they're winning matches.
Absolutely. The best of the best.
We've
like
got
I said.
veterans who are winning matches. Again, it goes back to that game of human chess. It's as much physical as it is psychological.
Absolutely. You're right. It is a very physical game, but only the smartest basically survive. You know that.
Well, the old saying, the fittest survive. Who's going to be the fittest? We're going to know more the 1st of this month. That's this Saturday night, Loxley, Alabama, bell time 7 o'clock. You will see the gentleman here to my left, Mr. Barbie Doll.
Come on.
I
Give
said
me some
Bobby.
respect. Give me
I
some
had
respect.
to cough. Excuse me,
Give me
Mr.
some
Bobby
respect.
Doll, along with his partner, the Wiggins axe murderer Wade Garrett.
Ooh.
You're going to see other stars. You'll see Mays. You'll see the Achy Breaky Kid and their manager Sugar Lips, not to mention Chief Eddie Pittman, Big Iron Claw.
Well, that's up in the air. Because of that heinous act that happened last show, the man got burnt on his face. Okay, pretty
Well,
bad.
I do know
Pretty
that
bad.
his retina was scorched.
Mhm.
I do know he's had some vision issues, some eye problems. I have been speaking with him and, of course, his lovely wife as well, staying as close to this as I can.
You know what? It's a good thing that lady's a nurse. Because that guy, gets hurt a lot. You know that?
Well,
Yeah.
at whose hands?
Just like you said, it's a physical sport.
Very physical sport.
There you go.
But let's look at a couple of the other teams.
Oh,
This team,
that's good.
Onyx.
Onyx is brutal. Onyx, let me tell you something about Onyx. Onyx is the future.
Yes.
Onyx is the future of our business. And you know what, to be honest with you, Onyx is the future, I believe, of actually Planet Wrestling.
They are
Vicious.
a rough and tough team.
Vicious guys.
I have saw both those young men step into that squared circle and take a beating, but like a Timex, they kept on ticking.
Mhm.
They didn't miss a beat. They
And
might
they
have
keep
stutter
going.
stepped, but they kept moving forward.
You know what, do you notice, though, that all of the fans love them to death? They are back behind those guys, and they are backing those guys, and they're cheering for them. Did you see that?
Well, I
that
saw
is
some
a-
interaction with the fans. I wouldn't say
Absolutely.
it was cheering.
Oh, please. You know what? They're wanting autographs, and they're buying their shirts. I mean, it's amazing. Superstars at Planet Wrestling.
Well, let's look at the team of Achy Breaky and Mays.
That's something that I really never thought would happen, and I still think Mays has something up his sleeve. I don't see how in the world Mays actually teamed up with him. You know what? Mays hated him.
Well, as
Yeah,
you
change
well
your
know,
mind.
there has to be, when you step in the ring with someone and you go tooth and nail with them,
There's a certain
there's a
respect
level of respect,
That's true.
and respect is what this business is really all about.
It's all about
Stop
respect.
and think about that for a moment.
That's
Just
been
it's
my motto for
respect.
years. It's all about respect.
And why you have none for a lot of people's beyond me.
Oh,
Dan.
no. See, you know what? You got me all wrong. I've got respect for everybody. But it's, it just so happens that, I get the upper hand on them and I start beating the tar out of them, and I beat the word respect into them.
Moving right along, ladies and gentlemen, if we may, those words of wisdom, those sweet pearls of wisdom
Words to
from
live
Bobby
by.
Doll.
When you get the tar beat out of you, you know what? You learn how to respect someone.
Name another team. Name the one team you would hate to face in there.
A team that not that I would hate to face, I would like to face them because they are very fast and they're very young, and that's actually Matt Harvard and what's his name? Also, Cameron
Thomas.
Thomas. Yeah, thank you very much, Cameron Thomas. A good-looking tag team. Okay, built, very strong, very fast, very agile. Okay, now this was their first time tagging up, and they gelled beautiful
They
together.
gelled very well together.
And I've heard that they've been tagging up all over the coast ever since then, and is actually getting ready.
Well, like anything else, Bobby, if you're a young tag team, you enter this tournament with a big dream.
And that is what?
You
to
get
beat
it?
Bobby Doll. That's everybody's dream. It just, I am a buster of dreams. It doesn't happen all the time.
Well,
I understand that.
Mr. Dreammaker, and moving along again, to get in the ring with a level of competition they're having to face.
Absolutely.
Understand, ladies and gentlemen, that what you will see in our first and second match of the evening are what other promotions will show you as their main event.
Every time.
So you get this young tag team in there. They gel, as you said, now they've gone all over the coast. They're going to be returning on the first. So now they've got these other matches behind them. They're gaining in experience. They're learning the other one's moves. That could be a team to be reckoned with.
I'm going to tell you what actually has me just a little bit, I would say, not worried, but on edge, is that they have a lot of momentum, all right? Because they're on fire, you know what, they're young, they don't know really what to do to make a mistake, so then they just go all out and do it, It's just all out. I mean, everything to the wall, you know what I mean? You know what, they don't stop for nothing. And that, that's a tough tag team to deal with.
Well, let's look at another team, or half a team actually. Ron Horn and his manager. She has said
I like
they
her
are in the
by way.
tournament.
She's actually pretty good.
And she has a partner for Ron Horn.
Ooh, yeah. And
And it's a mystery partner.
Well, I actually heard about that.
So, I mean, how do you prepare for a mystery partner? You can't watch film.
Right.
You can't watch footage. You can't go see the matches that they're involved in. You can't do anything but show up that night when you step through the ropes, go, oh, it's him.
But do you want to know what our actual game plan is? We are totally prepared for any situation. Any situation. We have a job to do. All right? And actually, man, Wade knows his job and I know my job. And so basically, I don't care who it is, whether it's Iron Claw, even if it's you, Hey, by the way, is everything feeling okay with the shoulder? There you go. See, it doesn't matter who gets in the ring with us. You know what? I might take a little beating, and I might let them beat on me a little bit. That's part of the game. You suck them in, and then you jack them up. That's just part of it, man.
Or in Mr. Garrett's case, you heart punch them.
Yeah, you know what? I was very disappointed in the last show because the heart punch was not used. That is going to change this show. I guarantee you there will be some people taken out with a heart punch. We are going to assert that is the most dominant hold or the most dominant move in this sport today. It is vicious beyond vicious.
Douglas Ox Baker is a very good friend of mine. I spoke with him via telephone several days ago. He looked at
and he
footage.
said to tell you hi. I mean, you know what, he actually told you to tell me hi, didn't he?
No.
Yes,
he
he
said
did.
Bobby who?
Yes, he did. I used to go over to his house and eat all the time. I used to bring the bucket of chicken over there.
I'm sure you did. And
Ox Baker's got a smooth, round belly.
I'm sure he does. But he's told me one thing, that in all his years he'd been often imitated, never duplicated.
Oh.
Until Wade Garrett and the heart punch. He said it's done differently.
It is.
It's done more as a thrust than a true punch.
It's almost like you know what, there's almost like a little Japanese little twist to it with a thrust. See, Ox Baker was a bad individual. And yet Ox would use one hand and just kind of come down from nowhere with a haymaker. Boom. Wade took that and, put double the thrust. And he thrust into that heart just like this. The bruise that it causes is a big heart-shaped bruise because of the thrust. Unbelievable.
Yes, it is, and
what
I
you
can
see
attest to
firsthand?
that.
That's right. Awesome.
Anyhow, Mr. Baker said it was one of the most awesome moves he had seen.
It is. It is. And yet that's coming from the master himself.
But there are other individuals as well, Mr. Dahl, that we need to mention real quick, and some of our great sponsors. The fine folks at Piggly Wiggly, Ken at Ken's Radiator Service, as well as Miss G's Cajun Cafe.
Little G's Cajun Meats, man. Wonderful lady, by the way.
Well, wonderful lady, wonderful food. What we'd like our fans to do, we encourage you, go by and see our sponsors. Visit them, call them, let them know you appreciate them sponsoring Planet Wrestling.
You know what? I don't think it could happen without them. They are wonderful people, and you know what? They are there every single show. Ken is an outstanding man. He is the fire chief. He's a preacher. He owns a radiator shop. He owns, I mean, you know what? The guy can do just about anything.
And fire chief of the year.
And fire chief of the year.
As well as a paramedic.
He is almost, and I say almost, but he's almost up at my level. Unbelievable, isn't it?
It's unbelievable you said that, actually.
Good stuff. Now, right around the corner, we are going to crown a brand new, the first ever, this is going to be history in the making, Planet Wrestling Tag Team Champions. How does that make you feel to be a part of something like that?
Well, first of all, as I tell the fans each and every week, it's an honor and privilege for me to be a part of this organization. It's an honor and privilege for me to come to you tonight in your living room and to see you in Loxley, Alabama, like I will on the first, this Saturday night, the first, live in person. And it's an honor and privilege to be able to be a part of this, be behind the scenes, and see the teams coming in, and to look at the people who are going to elevate this business and elevate this company and this promotion to the next level.
I am so glad that you brought that up. Let me just tell you this. The reason Planet Wrestling was started, the only reason it was started, was that there was such poor quality wrestling on the coast. People would make fun of the Gulf Coast. The Gulf Coast was this, the Gulf Coast was that. I would say that it was the low rent district of actually pro wrestling, okay? But basically what happened was we got together and came up with quality wrestling. High impact quality wrestling. The absolute best of the best. We don't pull any punches.
Well, real quick, wrestling fans, if you're sitting there and you remember the old Gulf Coast wrestling days, longtime promoter Mr. Lee Fields, the late great Lee Fields and his family, what you're going to see at our show is the same caliber of individual. You're going to see the same caliber show. You're not going to see guys needing to get out there and curse. You're not going to see women need to get out there and show a lot of TNA. They're going to be athletes from head to toe. They're not going to go out there in tennis shoes and cut-off jeans. They're going to go out there in proper wrestling attire. And when they walk in that squared circle and they climb between those ropes, they are professionals, period. If they're not, I will not book them.
Hey, you know what, you go. I mean, that's how it ought to be. You mean there's no Hot Topics there? You mean there's no tennis shoes? Like every other company? No, this is Planet Wrestling. This is the best of the best. We only give the fans the highest quality of pro wrestling we can give them.
You just said a mouthful when you said professional wrestling. What you're going to see is professional wrestling at its best.
That's right.
Loxley, Alabama, September 1st, bell time 7 p.m., big tag team tournament going on. You're going to see individuals who have been properly trained, individuals who eat, sleep, walk, and talk professional wrestling. You're not going to see somebody who works at the Walmart Monday through Friday and shows up Saturday to wrestle. Those are not the type of individuals that we're going to put on our show.
Back? Is that what's going to be? You're going to be hiding in the back at Walmart?
I will not be hiding in the back at Walmart because I do not shop Walmart.
Okay. That's cool. Listen, I know that like in the next probably minute and a half, we're going to just wrap this up. You know what? All of these fans are dying to know, what's it like sitting right here so close to one of the biggest indie superstars in the business? Tell them exactly what it's like.
You need a can of air freshener to begin with. Second of all, you need to hand them a breath mint and some chewing gum. Other than that,
fans, let me tell you what he said before the show. He said that it's an honor to be here with you, Mr. Doll. Thank you for inviting me here, which I don't know where that came from. Greg got sick all of a sudden, and so he couldn't make it.
Well, so Greg was sick of you, Bobby Doll. That's the whole thing you're not getting. But anyhow, let's move along. Let's put our... You don't like me, I don't like you.
I love you. I love you.
Let's just make it very clear to the fans out there.
You're a great human being. You and Tristan are just like this. It's not a problem with me. You can do whatever you want. You don't have to come on this show and actually put me down because I'm who I am. I am very proud of who I am. You can be whoever you want to be, and that's okay. fans.
And what I am is the commissioner. So here's what we're going to do, ladies and gentlemen. When it comes to the championship match, when we get ready to crown, there will be 2 officials at the ring. That way there will be no outside interference.
Really?
Really?
2 officials.
2 officials.
And so that's supposed to hurt me how?
I didn't say it would hurt you. Maybe that will protect you. You have enemies. Other individuals have enemies.
So, like, in other words, you're looking out for my best interest.
I'm looking out for the best interest of Planet Wrestling.
Well, there you go.
That's what I'm hired to do. That's what I'm paid to do, is look out for Planet Wrestling.
You're the man.
Not for Bobby Doll, not for Eddie Pittman, not even for myself. To look out for Planet Wrestling.
You're the man. Good job.
September 1st, Loxley, Alabama. Bell time, 7 o'clock.
Tag team tournament.
You will see individuals like this gentleman to my left, Bobby Doll, and his partner Wade Garrett, as they climb the ladder towards the championship belt.
Nick Mason.
Another great guy.
Fantastic guy with his partner, what is his name, Malloy? Oh, O'Malley.
O'Malley, correct.
I mean, high flying, fast.
Could be a team to look out for.
You know what, already faced him. Very, very good tag team.
That's 1 loss for them. That means they still have 1 loss to go.
What I'd like to say is this. Planet Wrestling, we got the best fans, we have the best wrestlers, we got the best referees, and yes, we even have the best commissioner. Thank you very much. We have the best ring crew, we got the best television crew. It is it's top notch all the way across the board. How can you not enjoy it? Haven't heard one negative thing about it, other than I actually missed the last show. That's the only negative thing that I've ever heard. Planet Wrestling, it is totally taking over the coast by storm, and fans, we're just giving you a quality show is all we do.
And let's not forget, join us on Facebook, like us on Facebook, check out the latest videos, join us on YouTube as well.
Was it Planet Wrestling Pensacola? Facebook, right? Planet Wrestling Pensacola.
And again, go out and visit Ken at Ken's Radiators. Go out and see the fine folks at the Piggly Wiggly.
And also, get some Cajun meat up at Little G's in Loxley. You know what, if you like alligator, you like turtle, or, you know what they have?
And I understand you eat a lot of snapping turtle.
That's, you know what, I have never heard that ever in my life, but that was a good one. Snapping turtle. You know what, you just caught me off on. You just kind of just caught me on that one. Anyway, they have chicken stuffed with shrimp. Okay?
Do they have shrimp stuffed with chicken?
They have fried ring wrap. They have it all. They have it all. Little G's.
I saw one of those once.
Did you?
Yeah, it's a rare species nowadays.
It is a rare species.
Real quick, we had an email on the Facebook page for the commissioner. A lot of people wondering what the condition of Vision is after her match at last month's event.
Right now, she has returned 2 phone calls. Unfortunately, I was tied up during one. The other one was very brief. She simply said she is going to try to make this show. She still is bruised. She has some deep bruises almost to the bone. She's been battered pretty well and a mild concussion.
I actually did get an email from her. She is ready. She actually wants revenge, but I think we need to get a doctor's.
She's going to have a doctor's clearance. Anytime an official stops a match because the competitor cannot move forward, you have to have that for the protection of the individual.
You know, that was something else too. What a brutal women's match. Have you ever seen a women's match so brutal?
No.
That was unbelievable.
Never.
Unbelievable.
It takes me back to the days.
It looked like a Friday night at your house. I mean, it was unbelievable.
Those are Saturday nights, thank you.
Oh, well, okay, excuse me. I got my nights wrong. Okay. But it was unbelievable.
You get a lot of things mixed up, I'm sure.
The trash can, the toilet seat. That actually was a Saturday night at your house. But
baseball bats.
Baseball bats.
I mean, the list went on and on. Stop signs.
You don't ever see
not in a ladies' match, no.
Not at all. And it only happens where?
Planet Wrestling.
That's right. We are the innovators of the Gulf Coast. Plain and simple. Well, you know what? It was good having you here with me. I am so glad, you got to sit here next to me. And Saturday night, you know what? I want you in the ring when I'm crowned the first tag team Planet Wrestling
I will be crowning the champions. Let's remember, folks, Saturday night,
You know, let's
September
practice
1st, Loxley, Alabama, bell time, 7 o'clock.
Practice.
Be there.
Come here, ready? Here, shake. Ready? Raise it up. Yeah, right there. See? Look. When you do it, smile. Ready? Come on, raise my hand. Yeah, smile. Go ahead. He can't wait.
Thank you, fans, and we'll see you at the matches.